Welcome back. Train Buffer just came across my feed this morning, so I don't. Right, it just popped out, but I see it looks like it's an older track. Um, we're gonna go with Train Buffer Aesop Rock off of Urban Renewal program. Now, that just out of the blue, just because of the algorithm. And honestly, I was wanted to start out here with the Ends Meet show off Plastic Soldiers. Aesop is a master wordsmith. His stuff takes a certain kind of mind to decipher. I don't claim to have deciphered it, but I'm pretty sure Plastic Soldiers wasn't one of the good Aesop reactions. It was a listen just to get back and let Ravenous know I ain't forgot. And then it takes listening over and over. Sometimes, yeah. And then sometimes the ideas and a grasp of quick referencing the thesaurus or making sure I know exactly how that word's being used in context. I mean, I think he covers a ton of universal truths. He's just a lot more poetic in his delivery, in my personal opinion. But then I hopefully have a slight grasp of the language, a lexicon that is worthy of sharing with others every now and then. And I think we do okay. So this is not to pat myself on the back, but I did have a good weekend of successes. We're going to hit Train Buffer. We will pull up the lyrics because sometimes it's easier, and going a half hour on every reaction sometimes is a problem. 2 minutes just to explain this could be 2 minutes too much, but hey, reactions, rants, and rabbit holes, that's a thing that happens on a regular occurrence. We're not over here asking you for anything, but be patient till we get to the song. Possibly Rollen Rex, your favorite tune. That is a outcome as well. He is an acquired taste. I acquired that taste from the first listen. Thank you, Mike Henry. But no other artist has ever has used even close to the amount of unique words as him, something like 20,000. I am grateful to have found Aesop as an artist, and lends to the amount of books I read while I was incarcerated. It turns out reading is a hell of a pastime when you don't want to engage in contraband and crime. Weird. I read my first Louis L'Amour, and it turns out they were great. All right, that just kicks in. Who stole the what? Who stole the paint? I'm not checking. See, that's where that's. I pulled them up in the background, but for copyright reasons, we're not going to display them. But it was up rock, and that's why. So this is kind of what I mean. I think one of the things is like it comes across like I never heard something like that said in a sentence. So I'm like, hold on a second. I need to get more power to switch back and forth between windows. All right, I think I have power here. And as I was clipping the pic to the album cover to throw up there, I heard Colonel Kurt's line, and here's the difference. So when you get Aesop was raised to the Colonel Kurtz Daycare Center, unless you actually realize that that's Kurtz who went upriver in Hearts of Darkness, went native, or Brando in Apocalypse Now. Right. It probably, and this could be some of the issue with Aesop's. I believe his references to pop culture are smart and deep. Because Kurt's Daycare Center speaks volumes alone. Now we'll get there. Like I said, I went ahead to setting some stuff up. But who stole the uprock? Who stole the paint? Now, I don't know how uprock is being used in the sentence, so we start off poorly. But as soon as we hit paint, we're going to maybe reflecting on his artist nature. But then who stole the Cypher Slayers? Who buffed the train? Well, who got rid of all the people spitting mad bars? Why'd everything become a knockoff auto-tune face tattoo parade? I don't know. But who buffed the train? Who slowed down that fucking unit that was blazing a trail forwards, creating artists like this, and then breaking the mold? Possibly. Who stole the mixtapes? I mean, where is all that talent gone? I'm guessing the Luciferian, music empire and its contract system had something to do with that. But I don't know. All my opinions are for entertainment purposes only. Don't know my ass from a hole in the ground. Who stole the Cypher Slayers? Well, come on. We're talking about Mike Master MCs there, right? Of course. Who buffed the train? Who slowed down this roll? Could it be the industry? I don't know. I really, I'm only going with what we got here, which is a hell of a good track as always. Aesop Rock, Train Buffer. Just came across the algorithm. I'm seeing the thumbs up roll as I'm looking at it. Means I'm not the only one listening.
Who stole the uprock? Who stole the paint? Who stole the Cypher Slayers? Who buffed the train? Who stole the mixtapes? Who stole the fame? Who stole the Cypher Slayers? Who buffed the train? Barnacle on the hull of show business. Vote for auto dead horse battery. Murder perfect world Gerber baby ecosystem. Army green.
All right, we going hard from the beginning. So if your whole deal was you wanted to hear Train Buffer and see me slack-jawed, drooling over my inability to comprehend anything, our commenter, respect ends meet show, fix that. We're going the other direction. A barnacle on the hull of show business. Well, that's obviously just, I don't know if it's a self-own or a reflection on others, but, that barnacle could only slow down, inhibit, or a parasite off of in a completely lethargic, non-mobile manner. Barnacles, a very sedentary lifestyle they live, to be honest. Vote for auto dead horse battery. Right over my head, so I skip it. Murder perfect world Gerber baby ecosystem. Well, as crazy as that is, I believe that's sticking it to the well-constructed social contract. I'm guessing. Army Green Eyes with ColecoVision bash casually. And I'm not sure, but we got the ColecoVision video game reference. Not sure what the Army Green Eyes. Well, punks jump up and jeopardize my head-banging reality. Godzilla Juke. Red 5 minus the whiny Wookie. So here we go. I mean, we're referencing punk music, metal music, video games, pop culture. We got Godzilla, Wookiees. Now, how is it? I'm not sure. I would go on. If I was just listening, I would be like, oh, I'm not sure. But I'm guessing from the hook that we start with, we're indicting a lackluster scene. I think. I don't, and that's a guess. Fucking guessing.
Eyes with ColecoVision back casually. While punks jump up and jeopardize my headbanger reality. Godzilla took red 5 minus the whiny Wookie gobble grommets with a jaw that swivels backwards off the hinges. Molasses maverick shoes on classic fabric with a cord that riddles bastard coughs with rivets. Nerve wracker that pivots. As a dysfunctional dancer in a dark smart bomb mechanism ticks adjacent to the broke city art yester vision. I'm Mr. God bless the mission who rose to expose your tarot. Stop the bunk club kids on some. I'm a little fire scarecrow. Brainiac dumb bust. the duck hunter. I let the fucking dogs out and they're breeding in big.
Oh, we don't hear some stoner reference. I'm curious what that's. Okay, and these are some confession one. Is there another confession? What was that line? I'm Mr. God bless the mission who rose to expose your tarot and stop the ball club kids on stoner. How about a little fire scarecrow? Which, to be fair, the one thing old Rollen doesn't do is dick with the rhyme schemes. I'm assuming they're exceptional, but I would recommend one of the pros at that. I'm more of what do I think this all means from I have a no clue perspective starting point. Getting thrown ass backwards into this music, then going, wait, what? Does it just go over my head? Well, not entirely. 80% sometimes, but not entirely. We're getting up to that Kurtz line, and this is gonna be a long one, so we better check out this tune.
Maniac, dumb, bust the duck hunter. I let the fucking dogs out and they're breeding in big numbers. It's sorta irks, citizen X's and vexes, check collector checks by the flex of a messy Pegasus. Remarkable but unmarketable, Lego my treasure chest. It's empty, but I use it to trade on my true confessions list. Confession one. Aesop was raised in the Colonel Kurtz daycare center for disgruntled youth, where it's brilliant to fleet a sheep flock. You're a little teapot, homie, please don't feed the pigeons. They're trying to spread their peacock feathers and bleed through the system. This goes out to plain quote prophets straight through the wisdom. He swore they'd never spend a night asleep in a pig pen. Touch the prickly outer shell of reptilian, minimal nighttime sea catcher. 20,000 league mapper, and me and my primitive friends drag our knuckles and find your upright bipedal walking ugly. In the back evolving from a monkey. Thanks to y'all that came to school with paint stains on your fingertips and brought a little life to those Long Island Railroad city trips. Please remember, I can build you, my friend, and if I'm not happy, I'll break you the fuck down and build you again.
Whoa! Now, once again, do I understand how it's all being used in context? No, but because I've been on this road long enough, yeah, there's that. So it looks like we're referencing a time in his life. I think he's painting and riding the train now. My initial could be the cipher. Literally a time in his life riding the train to art school. Other artists on the train with him, breaking the monotony of the trip. At the same time, could be the indictment of the scene or reflections on the scene as well, which would make sense. I don't know much about this game, but I know if they're doing their job right, everything has like 2 to 3 multiple meanings. A coded cipher meant to be discovered, meaning depth, layers. I didn't know, but turns out that's the reality of it. So I'm guessing now we're looking at reflections on, as always, I think we put who Aesop thinks he is, where he is when he's writing the song, or the context, the placement of the story in time. And then, I think a lot of them are reflections on the art, the artists, abilities, lack of abilities, and so on and so forth. Not that complicated, just told to us in incredibly complicated language.
Uprock, who stole the pain? Who stole the cipher slayers? Who bumped the train? Who stole the mixtapes? Who stole the fame? Who stole the cipher slayers? Who bumped the train? I drag my alligator belly to the brink like I drag my alligator belly back to bed until I die. You've got a metal skull with wires in your heart and a dead air surplus. Ludicrous. Like Labor Day's bootleggers want some support the movement. Ludicrous. Shit, my practice, life inside a pitch black magic pack of rap brackets. That's tragic. That's a cat back to outrun a pack of rat bastards. That's an earthworm mentality flag capture. Peaceful television leads beats proud. We got a sofa with an idle motor. They say decrepit is where I'm at. Simple. Rock a brain full of bottle rockets. Not a model, not a prophet. Not a duck. Got a buckload of missions here. Want 'em. You can tell your man they came to you in a daydream, and I won't rally back. Alley cat, raw, tall glass action, taller glass for the boulder down, backspin, backtrack, back in effect, back in the clutch, sitting on this old 98 BFA collecting dust. Slack jaw, smiling like a hacksaw, that's raw. Spit masterpiece theater meters for critics to suck. You're off track, betting on a one-trick pony with Pony Express delivery delay effect. Funny, no, that's not funny. City art slaughtered ugly with pins, needles, and duck walks busted. Sitting at the movies with a large bucket of Xanax, extra butter, and a spring water. Kamikaze Zach on flight simulator major. Straight pilot directly through the iris. Fucking freak the fader on some fly shit. Who stole the uprock? Who stole the paint? Who stole the cypher slayers? Who bumped the train? Who stole the mixtapes? Who stole the fame? Who stole the cypher slayers? Who bumped the train? Who stole the uprock? Who stole the paint? Who stole the cypher slayers? Who bumped the train? Who stole the mixtapes? Who stole the fame? Who stole the cypher slayers? Who bumped the train? For the prostitute I almost called last night.
There's definitely, I am long from an expert, but there's some stronger language in here than we don't usually get. Some MFers and some, I'm just saying, and not that it matters, and I don't actually think it makes a difference one way or another. It's not as common, right? It's every other word in some artist's flow, right? And I just can't, every comma's an FU. I never got that from Aesop, but this one, yeah, a little stronger language. And we're here. Surprising what we're going to get into next. But this is for the prostitute I almost called last night, but didn't. Thank you. I didn't need any diseases right now. Whoa! Aesop, Rollen on the same page at different points in time. Just steer clear of the dumpster sex regrettable experiences. I'm just saying, you just, if you, yeah, caution.
Thank you. I don't need any diseases right now. Even if it gives me pleasure for 20 minutes. LP, where the fuck you at? Yo, L, call that escort service. Tell him yes. That's it. Motherfucker. Make it an Asian. The world's gonna end anyway. I'll make it Spanish. Definitely Spanish. I'll make it German. I'll make it black. Fuck it. If it's got 2 tits and a vagina, I'll fuck it. It doesn't even have to have 2 legs at this point. I don't need legs or arms. If she treats me nicely for an hour, it's all good. My mom would be proud. Look what you raised, Mom. Are you proud of me? I'm a rapper. I make good songs. People like me. I can even get hookers to fuck me. Mom, I need $200. And don't call me tomorrow night between 10 and 11.
Train buffer off Urban Renewal program, Aesop Rock. I don't even know. I think we're saved by the time. We're looking at 20 minutes right there. I think it's another 20 minutes for the outro. So I would go read that on your own. I believe. I am. I'm going to jump out the window and go that this isn't actually self reflective. This is projected into the soul of the other rappers or the weak side of the game, maybe. And kind of the lack of depth some of the artists might have. Because that ending, that is. Okay. Brenda, if you made it here because you were a trooper, it's vulgar, okay? And this probably wasn't intended for fine ladies in their golden years. And I don't mean that harshly. I just mean I got into this for all kinds of different reasons, and to think that you might be sitting out there watching this right now is surreal at best. I mean, it is just weird. So vulgar. If you're following along there, there's some stuff going on. But I think it's possibly an indictment of others maybe. But that is said, It'd be good. That end blew me away. We don't get that much. As always, I think there's a basic understanding of what was going on, but this one, I need more history because it seems. I'm not going with angry, but I'm reflecting on Ravenous talking about some of the let's just say activism, some of the beliefs, some of the desires Aesop might have had in his life, and then dealing with the actual world we live in that laughs off any assistance you try to give it to its own demise. I think it's complicated and having to. But I'm thinking about Ravenous talking about that period in Aesop, and I'm just curious. I am curious. This one is a fire. That's a fire ass track. First off, with a whole lot going on, and honestly, as we were told, unique words, not even close. Aesop is a master wordsmith. His stuff takes a certain kind of mind to decipher, then it takes listening over and over. Fair enough there. He has an acquired taste, but no other artist has ever come close. I rewrote it. To the amount of unique words as him, something like 20,000. I think that's a good way to bookend this whole thing. Fair enough. Also, wow. What a banger. I got maybe one more, and then I got to go to work for a couple hours. Later.